2010. I'm here in conversation with Oliver West. And Oliver, tell us about yourself, about why you're here at GreenBelt.
Well, it's as with lots of people I'm meeting here, it's not my first visit, and I'm excited to be back with just a little bit more each year to offer visual thinking guidance to quite a few people who are obviously very creative coming to this sort of festival, and just to give them some ideas that I've found useful for myself as an artist, visual artist, but also somebody who's really struggled through school because of my dyslexia, and I'm amazed at just how many people as creative thinkers do struggle with that other side of things, that linealizing of information. So I've been presenting on that a little bit, and it's been great to meet people who just say, that's where I'm at. This fits for me.
So the kinds of people who need these kind of ideas and how they can express their visual thinking, does it stem across age groups, races, genders?
The whole lot. The whole lot. And that's why I'm on a quest. Just how far does this thing go?
Okay.
Because people might say, I can't think of a picture when somebody says the word dog.
Right.
I don't see a dog, I see the word, I'm that unvisual, they say. But I want to be creative. How do I get into it from that point of view? So the strategy is slightly different. There's other people who say, do you know what? I am so stimulated by words, creating pictures that I can never keep my focus. And that was my problem in school, so it's useful for them. It's people who've lost confidence because they're somebody who thinks of the ramifications of everything. They overcomplicate situations, and so they've never actually released themselves into a job because they think, actually, this is too scary for me. What if I lose the ability to speak or something like that? And because they're people who can't make notes necessarily and work from written notes, they kind of, they lose their confidence, and hopefully this presentation just gives them something to, you're not alone, and actually the words will come to you.
Excellent. I mean, it's really good, and obviously like you say, your troubles with your dyslexia have kind of stimulated the start of this journey.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume there have been little surprises and things along the way that you...
All the way. And I mean, firstly, the surprise that I had anything to offer, because I've grown up not passing particularly any qualifications, always getting very low percentages on anything, assuming that the message that you're not particularly bright and you're a slow processor was the truth. And suddenly the idea that actually I spend most of my time in education being apparently quite helpful, because I'm coming at it from a perspective of being there, having done it, and walking into a situation, recognizing it and say, do you know what? 10 years ago, this is where I was, and this is the way up.
So let's say, to kind of sum up, in terms of, there are lots of people who are going to see this, and undoubtedly there'll be lots of youth who will feel like that. They will feel like a person who has maybe been told that maybe they're not an academic, and they're more a kinesthetic learner. Yeah. Where can they go from here? So they hear this and think, yeah, I want to go and I want to...
Okay, if you want to try something, the important thing is that you might realise that you are somebody who's a dual processor. You need to do two things at once to feel comfortable. It might be like I'm waving my hands around. You might want to walk around the room most of the time, whatever else. If you are that type of person who needs to do two things at once, maybe you need to see all your thoughts in one place. So what I do is I get people to fold a sheet of paper, keep folding it down until it's credit card size, that's 16 grids to a box, and just throw in the thoughts that come to mind in any particular order, and just see whether actually seeing it all in the big picture version rather than in sequence, whether that makes you realize things and see connections that give you the confidence to move on and make a decision, that's the way I'm going to go. One of the pictures might make more sense to you than another. So it's that kind of thing. If they would like more information about that sort of thing, I've got a website. It's my name, Oliver West, footnotes.com, and you're very welcome to send me an email if you want some more information. I've actually put some of the strategies down in a book called In Search of Words. That's available on the site. The other thing that you can do, just before we came to GreenBelt, gave a download hyperlink so that you can download a free version, demo version of the software that helps you think through these sort of things that we just talked about.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you for spending the time and coming to meet with me. This is Oliver West, and we're GreenBelt 2010.